Human population refers to a group of people with at least one characteristic in common. When this population increases, it's called population growth. Population density, on the other hand, is the number of individuals living per unit area, while carrying capacity is the maximum number of people an environment can support indefinitely. These concepts helps us understand the limits of human survival on Earth. Human settlement forms the foundation of our existence, shaping how we live, work, and interact with our environment. Several environmental factors influence where people choose to settle. These include land, which provides space for housing, farming, and infrastructure; food, which depends on fertile soil and agricultural resources; water resources, essential for drinking, farming, and survival; energy resources, such as fuel and electricity that sustain industries and daily life; and forest resources, which provide timber, food, and ecosystem services for stability. Together, these factors explain why communities thrive in some areas while struggling in others. When population grows beyond what the Earth can regenerate, we face overpopulation. This happens because of several causes. First, a falling mortality rate, where more people are surviving than dying. Second, underutilized contraception. Despite the global fertility rate dropping from 5 children per woman in 1950 to about 2 today. And third, the lack of female education, with millions of girls worldwide still out of school, limiting their opportunities to make informed family decisions. Population explosion refers to the rapid and unprecedented increase of people in a short period, while a population crash is a sudden decline. In the Philippines, PSA data shows that our population grew from 109 million in 2020 to nearly 113 million in 2024. However, growth has slowed to 0.8% annually compared to 1.63% in 2015 to 2020. This slowdown is due to declining fertility, higher mortality during the COVID-19 pandemic, and reduced migration. But what does this mean for our environment? The consequences of population explosion are serious. Environmental degradation happens as more people consume resources, creating waste, pollution, deforestation, and biodiversity loss. This damages ecosystems and can lead to soil erosion and water pollution. Strain on resources, such as food, water, and energy becomes greater. Economic challenges grow, including unemployment and poverty. Health and education systems become overcrowded, reducing service quality. And finally, social issues like urban congestion, crime, and unrest become more common. To address these challenges, the Philippine Commission on Population has created several programs. The Responsible Parenthood and Family Planning Program, which helps couples decide on the timing and the number of children. The Adolescent Health and Youth Development Program, which supports young people's reproductive health and skills. Population and Development, or POPDEV, which links demographic data to national and local planning. The Gender and Development Program, which promotes shared parenting and gender-responsive strategies. And finally, the GAD Planning and Budgeting, which trains local officials to integrate population concerns in barangay governance. These initiatives aim to balance population growth with sustainable development. In conclusion, human population and the environment are closely linked. As our numbers rise, the environment takes the impact through resource strain, environmental degradation, and social challenges. But with proper planning, education, and government programs, we can work towards a future where population growth and environmental sustainability exist in balance. Thank you for listening.